Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ServiceNow 911. In the series of GRC, we are at video number 3. In this, we discuss core components of GRC. Very important part. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's understand what all are the core components of GRC. Okay, so to understand GRC more deeply, it is important to understand its core components. And you should know that GRC is not a single function. It operates with 3 interconnected disciplines, and these are known as governance, risk, and compliance. Okay, these are the one. Together, these 3 components help organizations maintain the direction, okay, manage the uncertainty, and operate responsibility. When these components are aligned, organizations gain stronger control and clear visibility into their operating environments. So now we will discuss each and these 3 components one by one. You know, any organization has its organizational goal. Okay. So to achieve that organizational goals, the organization has to set up certain policies. They have to manage the risk of vulnerable things. And finally, they have to see whether these policies are being enforced or being used or being, properly followed by the people of the organization or not. So combining all these three components are coming in that. Okay, now I will give you basic about all these 3 components, that is governance, risk, and compliance. Okay, for each of these component, we have a separate video as well, which will be a detailed one. Okay, where we open the demo as well and show you the basic things. But in today's video, we are discussing basics about these components. So first one is governance. So what is governance? So basically, governance focuses on how an organization is guided and controlled. In this, it established policies, certain standards, clarify the decision-making authority, and ensure accountability across various teams. Okay? So without governance, employee and departments may interrupt or may interpret responsibilities differently, leading to inconsistency. Okay? You know, what is governance here? Defining policies, clear-cut policies so that you, me, and everyone in the company have their roles specifically cleared. We know what is my responsibility and you know what is your responsibility. Each and every department know their responsibility and they work coordinated way to achieve the business goal. This is the ultimate goal of GRC. Every organization has its organizational goal, business goals. To achieve that, they are doing all these things. Okay. So first thing is making policies, making standards, and ensuring accountability across the teams. Okay. So let me give you an example. If approval process is not clearly defined, critical decisions might be made without proper oversight. So governance create structures. ये governance create structure वाला काट देना. So in this example, for every service, for every asset or many assets, we have to have certain approval policy, right? First of all, the approval will go to the manager and then it will go to the super manager, something like that, whatever policy it may be. Okay. So if it is not clearly defined, then obviously people are getting confused, or maybe they are not able to take decisions going forward, and ultimately it is delaying the business delivery. So that is what we have defined clearly in the governance policy. If you see India, in India also we have a government, right? So what this government is doing, this government is creating policies. In order to manage the complete country, they have various ministries. And under various ministries, we have certain and very, very different policies. And we have ministers, we have IPS officers, IAS officers, all these people hierarchically responsible for maintaining these policies, creating these policies. Okay, so like this, we have all the details of governance. because governance creates structure so that everyone understands how the organization is expected to operate. It is providing a structure to your organization. Okay. This is the thing which a governance part of any GRC is doing for the organization. It is providing direction. I hope this is clear to you now. Now let's go to risk management. And risk management is managing uncertainty. What are uncertainties? That happens anytime, which are not certain, right? So, every business decision carries some level of uncertainty. We have discussed about risk in the last video as well. And but we have discussed that risk management provides a disciplined way to identify the potential threat and evaluate their impact. We have the complete risk management in place, that is finding the appropriate or potential threats and evaluating its impact. Okay. So what is happening? Instead of reacting after the problem occurs, organizations are working to anticipate what could go wrong. Okay. So because of risk management, we are taking some preventive measures as well. We are anticipating certain risk and its impact so that we as an organization will be ready going forward whenever we see any risk or whenever there is a risk which is uncertain and it evolves. Okay, it comes in front of us. So we are ready being an organization. One example, let's say, we are adopting new technologies on daily basis. So adopting a new technology platform may improve your efficiency. Yes, that's why we are doing that, right? But it could also introduce cybersecurity risk. Obviously, when we say it is a new technology, we are not fully aware of it, right? We are not a expert in it, but it may have certain holes. It may have certain areas which are weak and which are, prone to cybersecurity risk. So this is very common. So what is happening here? Risk management is helping leadership to weigh these factors and take informed decisions. Okay. The objective of risk management is not to remove all the risk, which is not possible, but we are doing risk management to limit the growth of the risk, to keep yourself ready for the impact of the risks, to reduce its complete overall growth. Okay. So this is the objective. Managing risk is the one thing that you have to know. You cannot eliminate all the risk. Okay. Because on daily basis, we are introducing new people, we are introducing new technology, we are getting in touch with new vendors, new softwares, new servers, new hardwares are coming into business, and business is going beyond the boundaries, like it is going to different countries, it is going to different cities, we are adding local languages, so it's a very complex thing. So reducing risk is the only option, but we cannot say that we are 100% without risk company. Okay, without risk is not an option here. We have to be a company, we have to be an organization that manage the risk properly and is ready for any type of uncertainty. If you are able to do that, you are managing the risk properly. Okay. Now, next thing is compliance, that is meeting obligations. So, what are compliance? So, compliance ensure that the organizations operate within the legal, regulatory, and internal boundaries. Okay. It involves adhering to established policy while demonstrating accountabilities to regulators, customers, and stakeholders. So, what is happening here? Basically, whenever we are projecting or whenever we are creating any policy at the top in governance, this compliance part is ensuring that we are following that policy. Not only internal policies, but external policies as well. Because, doing business, it's not just as simple as that. Wherever you are doing business, you have to follow their local laws, their international laws, and all the compliance obligations which are there to conduct the business, right? In India, we have ISO. In India, we have certain other certifications that are required to open a company, that are required to do the business as well. In other countries like USA, in the European Union, we have various laws with respect to data protection, with respect to privacy. So as we have to conduct business or as we are conducting business there, this compliance part, make sure you are 100% compliant. If you are compliant, then only you will be able to allow business there. Otherwise, you will get penalized by the customer, by the government, or vendors. So finally, we can say that strong compliant practices reinforce the trust and support long-term stability. Okay, so that's why you have seen various auditors are doing audits. Various external companies are there who are doing audits for your company, because by audits we make sure that we are 100% compliant. Okay, if we are not, then we have to take action and make the changes so that we are compliant. The more you compliant, the more you are ready to do business, the more you are compliance free, so that everyone can shake hand with you and go forward with your business. Okay, so this is all about compliance. I hope I'm able to explain you the way I want to. Okay, finally, how these components work together. Obviously, the governance is setting the direction, it is creating policy. Risk management is evaluating the uncertainty, it is evaluating various risks associated with that. Okay, and finally, the compliance makes sure that you are adhering that policy. It means these three components are interrelated. If any of that is weak or not functioning, it means GRC is not giving 100% value what is needed. And if it is not able to provide value, you are wasting your money in GRC. You have to see it through. Okay. It is not wastage of money. You are not now is a favorite player for certain customers. Okay. So you have to make sure each and every control work properly. You define best policies. You define best risk management policies as well. Okay. Finally, you ensure that what all policies you have, these are 100% adhered under compliance. Okay. So when aligned, they provide a structured approach to operating safely and responsibly. If any of one is weak, it is impacting others as well. So this is for sure. Okay. So now let us discuss one simple example. Okay. We are here with one organization, and imagine that organization is introducing a data protection policy. Okay, so in this case, governance establishes the policies and the outline how sensitive information should be handled. Okay, whereas risk management evaluate potential threats such as unauthorized access or data breaches, because it's a data protection policy. Finally, the compliance ensure that the regulatory requirements are properly met and that the policy is being followed consistently. So, to implement a policy, okay, to introducing a data protection policy, all these are working together. These components create a strong control environment and reduce the organizational exposure. And finally, it is achieving the organizational goal. All these things which we are doing have only one objective, that is achieve the organizational goal. Okay, so you have to make sure to do that. I hope it is pretty much clear to you. Finally, the insights are, okay, GRC is not a single activity. Till now, you have know that GRC is not a single coordinate. It is a combination and coordinated effort, okay, of all these things: governance, risk management, and compliance. The coordinated support better decision and improve the operational confidence as well. Okay, so finally, we can say that understanding these core components is very much critical, because these are the backbone of any effective GRC program. Okay, when GRC components are structured properly, governance provide direction, risk management prepare the organization for any uncertainty, and finally the compliance ensure the responsible operations. Together, these three components are enabling the organization to function with a greater stability and resilience. Okay, so I hope this complete tutorial is clear to you. Subscribe to the channel. We are coming up with more number of courses free of cost. Along with that, you can watch out Udemy, where I have published CMDB and discovery course, which is flourishing and people are very happy with it. I'm getting very good response. Okay. So just go to the Udemy, find out OP Singh as an educator. That is me. And take the course in English or Hindi. I am creating more courses on Udemy soon. Bye bye.